Yo y'all, this was Happy7, and today I'm gonna keep playing the Mystery Files of Detective Inaba number 2. Last time, we heard the single most kick-ass soundtrack in all of fucking dining room history in a video game, and also this mansion has a fountain. I know I keep pointing that out, but it just seems ridiculous. I don't actually remember what we were doing. Let's see, head to Nadeshiko's room. God damn. Oh yeah, so now the Arimura's notes make sense. And we are also now playing as Detective Inaba instead of Azusa, I think his name was. So, I think she was in here. Madam, I present to you Mr. Inaba and Miss Arimura of the Inaba Detective Bureau. Please come in. You must be Detective Inaba, yes? First, please let me thank you for coming in today. I am Nadeshiko Sakaki. I'm terribly sorry we couldn't have met under better circumstances. It is a pleasure to meet you as well. I am Soko Inaba. Our condolences to you and your family. Sure. And I am his assistant, Nina Arimura. If there's anything we can do to help, please don't hesitate to ask. Thank you. You have my gratitude. You know, according to Dr. Harima, you two make quite the pair. Yes, they do! Oh my gosh. They're a better duo than Batman and Robin, which isn't even a good duo in my opinion. Batman's a lot cooler when he's just by himself. But, yes, they do. Did he, I mean, we're nothing special. Your face is all too telling of how pleased you are. And that is the reason why I summoned the both of you. And I have a request to ask. A request? Is this still regarding the extramarital affair you wanted us to look into earlier, ma'am? Because it's already, no, that issue is best left alone now. Instead, I ask for you two to investigate the circumstances of my husband's death. The circumstances of your husband's death? I do not believe for a moment that my Rindo ended his own life. Even so, it does come to light that he did indeed... even if it does come to light that he did indeed take his life with his own hands, I must know the reason why. I accept your request, ma'am. I will investigate this matter to the best of my abilities. I appreciate your help, Detective Inaba. I will make sure that my children and domestic helpers know that the both of you are allowed complete access of my mansion. Thank you for your assistance. Now then, we have a new case. Let's begin without delay, Arimura. Right behind you, Mr. Inaba. If it's not too much trouble, may I join you as well? This mansion is quite huge, so you probably need someone like me to help show you around the place. If that is the case, then I can handle this, Miss Sasimoto. More importantly, could you do me a favor? I'd feel much better if you could watch over Aoi in the dining room for me. I don't want her to be by herself. As you wish, young master. Now then, shall we begin, Mr. Investigator? That's Detective Inaba to you. Right. Alright then. Thank you for taking my request, Mr. Inaba. Nice to meet you. I'm Sakura, the oldest daughter of the Sakaki family. Mr. Inaba, Miss Arimura, thank you for watching over little Azusa. Sakura, please don't treat me like a child. Whoa, she is so mature and ladylike, Mr. Inaba. Indeed, you could learn a little from her, Arimura. Actually, scratch that, you might be a lost cause. Mr. Inaba, that's a low blow. Oops, shit. It appears that Mrs. Sakaki has calmed down considerably. She should be just fine in the company of her family. I'm glad to hear it. Then would you mind assisting us with this case, Dr. Harima? You want my help? Precisely. Your expertise may be needed. If you say so, then I'll come along. Alright. I know we have already seen each other, but allow me to properly introduce myself. My name is Tsubaki, the second son of the Sakaki family. Hello, it's very nice to meet you too. So you're the second son of the family? I take it you have an older brother. I notice he isn't present here. Not surprising. He's someone I cannot fathom being related to by blood. It seems this older brother isn't popular. Kinda like you, Mr. Inaba. And just what are you implying? Let me put it like this. Aside from myself and Dr. Harima, can you name any other friends you have? I went a bit too far, didn't I? Apologies are not payment enough for your words. Alright, I'll explain each room as you enter them. God, the music is good in this game. Also, while you're at it, please introduce yourself to the rest of my family members and helpers. During the investigation, you can find a map of the mansion by pressing the C key. It will display where all the residents are located, and any persons you haven't spoken to yet will have their icon flashing. Alright. Oh, neat. Okay. What? Fucking teleportation shit. That's... Wow, this is cool. It's so convenient. It's so nice. It's like everything that you've ever wanted in a JRPG. Okay. Wait, what? Where? Oh, cool, the rooms flash too. Alright, this is the bathroom for the Sakaki family. This is my bedroom. There's usually not much to it, so knock yourself out searching around, I guess. Alright. This room belongs to the first son of the Sakaki family, Natsume. This room has always been empty ever since Natsume ran away from home a while ago. The only reason why he's home now is due to the family's inheritance. This room belongs to the second son of the Sakaki family, Tsubaki. Tsubaki has dedicated himself to assisting my dad with his work on a daily basis. He is by far the top candidate for inheriting Dad's legacy. And he's not shy about it either. Knowing there's a slight chance it could go to anyone has been a fair source of anxiety for Tsubaki. Especially when it comes to Natsume, the oldest son of the family in particular. Alright. This room belongs to the first daughter of the Sakaki family, Sakura. Sakura doesn't really have any desire to assist with the family business, nor shows any interest in the inheritance. Instead, she spends her time with Mom, helping her out when she can. Okay. Interesting, okay, well. Oh, cool. This entire floor is accommodations for our helpers. Oh, god damn it. I wonder if there's a way to rebind that reset button, because that's... Okay, let's just... As he explains it to us super quickly. Okay. Let's save, in case that happens again. And then... I guess I'll go to the... Well... Wait a minute. What? In here, maybe? No. Was it in here? That door leads to my dad's room. Let's... Okay. I'm having a difficult time... Okay. That's Azusa, so there should be two people in here, right? Oh, there they are. Aren't you two those whatchamacallits? Oh, yeah, I recall now. My mom mentioned hiring some kind of detective and assistant. That's right, I'm the assistant, Nina Arimura, and this here is Detective Sogo Inaba. How do you do? No way, you're, like, a real detective? Words right out of my mouth, babe. It's like we're living in some kind of pulp fiction right now. Out with it. Who done it, detective? Don't be ridiculous. The hell? What kind of lackluster answer is that? No kidding. Nothing like TV. Wow, you guys are just fucking crazy, aren't you? These two. Yeah, don't let them get to you, Mr. Inaba. That turned out as well as expected. I'd rather watch paint dry at this point. Yeah, okay. That was rude. No, there we go. No, just go away. Fuck. Okay, well, let's see. Down here, we have some rooms. This room belongs to the second daughter of the Sakaki family, Akane. Akane works hard to help Dad with the family business, therefore she thinks she's the most optimal candidate to succeed Dad. Not to mention her fixation on the family fortune is bordering on obsession. Okay, and there she is. Huh? Who are you people? Hello, we're from the Inaba Detective Bureau. This is Detective Sogo Inaba, and I am his assistant, Nika Arimu. What? Detectives? Well, I suppose Mom did mention earlier about you two. Still doesn't explain why you're walking around as if you own the place. Mom wants to know for sure what happened to Dad, therefore she requested this detective so she can know the truth. Are you being serious, Azusa? What the heck is Mom thinking? What will knowing this truth or whatever change? Nothing, that's what. Obsessing over every little detail won't change the fact that Dad's dead. Mom is just trying to think of things from every angle. Whatever. I'm so over this. You might not realize it yet, Detective, but you're going to be seeing real fireworks in this mansion. Don't say I didn't warn you. Yeah, that's kind of a suspicious thing to say. Thanks for the tip. Yeah. Okay, well, where else? This room. This room belongs to the third daughter of the Sakaki family, Aoi. In case you're wondering, Aoi and I have no claim to the family business or fortune. Besides, my dad would never leave his entire estate to a child. Oh, right, we were going to go to the third floor. This entire floor is accommodations for our helpers. Damn. Okay. Toilet room for the household staff. This room belongs to our gardener, Mr. Kurita. Mr. Kurita has been working here for the past 5 years. Despite his youthful appearance, he is in fact 30 years old. That's not that old, and he doesn't look that much younger, but okay. He seems to be incapable of talking about little else other than flowers, flower meanings, and gardening. Alright. Facilities. This room belongs to our butler, Mr. Ishihara. Mr. Ishihara is our veteran helper and has been working here in this mansion for over 10 years. Also, since we don't have a private chef, he is also responsible for preparing all the meals. This room belongs to our housekeeper, Miss Sasimoto. Miss Sasimoto is a new hire, so she makes a lot of mistakes. That's why Mr. Ishihara, our butler, has to scold her pretty often. Okay. Custodian closet. It's the second floor. Okay. Whoops. Okay, save. And then also, where else haven't we looked? First floor. Okay, hello. Oh, hello there. I'm the gardener, Kurita. Oh, a gardener. Hey, what are those flowers you're holding called? They're very pretty. Yep, these buttes are called anemones. In the language of flowers, these can mean love in vain or suffering in love. Not to be confused with a sea anemone. Oh no, I wouldn't wish something like that, like them on my worst anemone. I see. But that's not all. Did you know that a flower's meaning can change just from the color alone? Like, for example, the red anemone means I love you. Then the white anemone means truth and anticipation and hope, and the purple anemone means I'll believe and wait for you. Mr. Kurita, this is no time for long stories. Maybe you can tell them another time? Oh, I understand, young Master Azusa. Well then, you know where to find me. I'm always gladilious to meet new people. Sorry about that, you guys. It's just that once Mr. Kurita gets started about flowers, he won't know when to stop. Really stepped on a landmine that time, Arimura. Me and my big mouth. Okay. Guess in here? This is the dining room. It's pretty huge because it's made so our entire family can eat together, though that's becoming more of a dining tradition for us lately. Got these two. Do you need my assistance for anything today, sir? Not at the moment. Thank you for the offer. If that is what you wish, if you ever need my help at all, please be sure to ask me. Good afternoon, my name is Aoi Sakaki. I'm the youngest of my brothers and sisters. It's nice to meet both of you. How do you do? Oh, the pleasure of meeting you is nice too. Was that your attempt at being polite, Arimura? I thought that only happens when pigs fly. Kindly, humbly request for you to shut your trap, Mr. Inaba. They really do make the best, duo. This is the butler's pantry, and over there is the service elevator. The helpers use it to deliver tea and other such things. This is the kitchen. My family rarely comes here since it's mainly for our helpers. Okie doke. It's a storage room. Oh, okay, cool. This is the archive room. Fuck the archive room, I guess. Let's see. This is one of the guest bedrooms. We tended to get a lot of guests, and we have a lot of spare rooms, so it's kind of worked out in our favor. This is the sunroom. You could almost say it's like a second home to Mr. Kurita, our gardener. And it looks pretty nice. These are a variety of flowers growing here. Some labels read forget-me-not and anemone, amongst others. This is beautiful, yeah. I can definitely see why he spends a lot of time here. Okay, well... where else haven't we gone? Bits and pieces on the second floor, over here. This is where the two guest bedrooms are. One of them is currently being occupied by my older brother's Natsume's fiancée, Miss Shimizu. I'm surprised they're not sleeping together. Let's see... Alright. We've got this bit. This is the bar. I believe that's it for the tour of the mansion. Shouldn't we go back to my dad's room now? Wait a minute. This is the exact same. This is an exact copy and paste from the first game. I mean, maybe not. There's probably a few differences, but it looks identical to what I remember from the first game. Huh. Okay then. What is this? Oh, we were already in there. Then I guess, yeah, let's just let's go to your dad's room again. Young Master Azusa, may I ask you who are these people with you? I'm sure you're already familiar with our family doctor, but this is Mr. Inaba, a detective, and his assistant, Miss Arimura. They are here to investigate the circumstances of Dad's death. Mr. Investigator, this is the butler, Mr. Ishihara. It's nice to meet you. We were hired by Mrs. Sakaki. A personal request from the madam. Would it be alright if I investigate the scene of this death? Wouldn't it be best to wait for the authorities first, sir? Oh, it's 7-Eleven again, and I'm guessing that would be them right now. It appears so. Mr. Ishihara, would you please let them in? Certainly, sir, if you'll excuse me. Now then, the place is all yours, Mr. Investigator. Huh? But aren't we supposed to be waiting for the police? I have no recollection of agreeing to wait for them, do you? That was sly of you, Azusa. Arimura, you would do well to learn from his example. That's an example I'm not comfortable with following, honestly. Thanks to Azusa's quick thinking, we gained a sliver of time to spare. Let's investigate all we can, and fast. Okay, I'm ready. Just a moment, everyone. Nina, Azusa, I recommend the two of you wait here while Mr. Inaba and I go investigate. Why can't I come? The death scene has been completely untouched, so it means you two might see Mr. Sakaki's lifeless body. No children should be exposed to such trauma. But I've already seen it. And that does not make it any better. I wouldn't be able to forgive myself otherwise. Okay. Also, I noticed something. Her neck is ridiculously long. Like, I mean, if you look at it from the collar of her shirt to the end of her neck, then it doesn't look that bad. But if you look from where her shoulders are to the top of her neck looks like 1.5 feet long. So, Nina, would you kindly keep an eye on Azusa for me? I don't know if I pointed that out in the last game or not, but she looks like a fucking giraffe. Got it. Doctor, we don't have a moment to waste. Come in. It's as you said, Dr. Harima. The scene of the death is left in an untouched state. Let's investigate as much as we can. Oh, there he is. Dr. Harima, would you please examine the... What is there to examine? He hung him. I guess the pockets and such. Right away. What's this? Did you discover something, Doctor? Mr. Inaba, even though this does look like Mr. Sakaki hung himself, I see enough signs to convince me that this was set up to look like a suicide. Please, explain to me how you could possibly determine... I'm not saying it's impossible, but I would like to know how that's determined. Are you certain? Yes, all of these ligature marks on his neck do not match strangulation by rope, but the bruising is inconsistent from what I've seen with suicides. Oh, do match strangulation by rope. You know what this suggests, don't you? That someone strangled him to death with a rope, then used the same rope to hang himself afterward. Whoops. Sorry. Judging from the rigor mortis, I can estimate he died around 11 p.m. last night. However, I can't deduce anything further without a complete autopsy. I am positive that we're looking at a murder here. And Mr. Sakaki's intuition was right all along. And mine was not. Which means we have a homicide on our hands. To think this case just started off as an infidelity investigation. Just what is going on here? Okie doke. All these materials look to be work related. The times I took care of Mr. Sakaki face to face, he always seemed very zealous about his work. I see. Just by looking at his desk alone, one can get the impression that this was a man who was fastidious and organized. He kept everything running smoothly. There's nothing to suggest that this window was ever opened. On top of that, the window blinds are still closed. It looks that way. What's this? There's something in here when I pulled out on the desk drawer. This is Mr. Sakaki's will and last testament. Then this is a huge find. Interesting. From a glance I can tell this will has been entirely penned by hand, but it'd be improper of us to read it before the family gets a chance to. I'll hand it over to Mrs. Sakaki later. I agree, that'd be for the best. Man, that went perfectly to the beat of the song. Obtained Rindo's will. What is going on? Why are there civilians at the death scene? Seems like the police have finally made their entrance. Why does that voice sound familiar? I don't know. I don't know why the music stopped either. Can't say I recognize her from the first game. Hey, you guys, what on earth are you thinking, waltzing into a death scene as if it's your right? You're right. Oh, you're just my luck. Hi, Kyoko, sweetheart. Dear, just what do you think you're doing? I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, it won't happen again. Don't think you can sorry your way out this time. Now tell me, what were you thinking? E. Is this lady an acquaintance of yours by chance? You could say that. She is Dr. Harima's wife, after all. Oh, Detective Inaba, it's been a while. My darling husband is forever indebted to you. What? Is this a callback to the first game? I don't recall anybody getting out besides Harimura, Inaba, and Asamura, I think her name is. But I don't recall anybody besides those three getting out alive. Also, my darling husband is forever indebted to you? You just said that you were Harimura's wife. Or, like, something like that. Whatever. I received a report of a DB, dead body, as at this residence, so I came up as quickly as I could. Why shorten it? You know, dead body is, what, a syllable longer? Maybe it's different in Japan. I mean, Japanese, like, it's a longer... I don't know. I appreciate your assistance, Inspector Harima. Still, Mr. Inaba, even if I know you meant well, I still can't have you doing whatever you please. It creates extra work for me down at the station as opposed to here. It'll all work out, honey. Don't think you're already forgiven Muffin. Yes, dear. I wanted to perform a thorough investigation, but I suppose you two have already done that for me now, haven't you? Yes, I was just getting ready to go tell the family the results of our investigation. Mr. Ishihara, would you please go ahead and gather everyone in the dining room? I will report my findings there. Leave it to me, sir. Now then, let us make way to the dining room. Of course. Very well. Welcome back, Mr. Inaba. I hope you found what you're looking for. Oh, and Inspector Harima, I just wanted to say that it's been a while. How have you been? I've been doing fine. It's good to see you as well, Nina. Sorry for ignoring you earlier, you know, the police duties and all. But let me say that you've blossomed into such a beautiful young woman since we last met. I'll bet you have to fend off boys all the time now. Am I really? I mean, I'm not all that pretty. Oh my god, that was fucking awkward. As I've said before, you're terrible at hiding how pleased you are. Nina, do you know this lady? Is she a friend of yours? Yeah, Azusa, she's a good person and you can trust her. Maybe she can... It was Arimura, I don't know. Anyways, maybe she can be your friend too, just like me. Another extraordinarily awkward line. It seems the two of you have gotten close while we were away. Yep, we had nothing to do, so we decided to chat with each other quite a bit and became fast friends. So I got to learn a lot about Azusa and his family. And I got to hear a lot of interesting stories about Mr. Inaba that you wouldn't believe. Really now? Azusa, that was supposed to be a secret. I can't wait to hear about these tall tales you've filled with his head with later on, Narimura, including all the... I don't know, some of the lines in this are just kind of weird. For now, we need to get to the dining room. Although, I really like Inaba, because he's a really good mix between, like, the dude you played and the Boogeyman. I don't remember his name. It's been a long time since I played that. I mean, not really. You know, maybe a little over a year or something, but... Yeah, no, I don't remember his name. It wasn't David, because that was the Crooked Man. It started with a Keith. Keith, that's what it was. But yeah, he's like half of that, but then the other half is like, he's kind of a, you know... maybe not upbeat, but he's like, I don't know. He's where Keith in the Boogeyman was all business all the time, and only that, and in the Hangsman, I suppose. Sogo Inaba has a lot of breaks in that, which is nice. Right behind you. All right. Hey, my man, the detective. I heard you found something juicy about my old man's death. So what is it? We're all dying to hear. Thank you, everyone, for coming. There's something I must let all of you know concerning the death of Mr. Sakaki. What did you discover? I will not mince words, ma'am. I'm afraid that your husband did not commit suicide. He was murdered. Are you fucking serious? It can't be. Additionally, I found that Mr. Sakaki had a holographic will. It is a will that he entirely hand-wrote and signed himself. It also requires no witnesses to verify. Why not? Oh, I see. I thought that he was just, like, assuming that Father wrote his own will? So not only was it not a suicide, but Dad's will was discovered as well. Mr. Sakaki likely realized his time was coming regardless, and wrote his will in preparation. Or maybe he suspected that someone wanted him dead and wrote his will for that purpose. May I see it? His last testament? Of course. Here you go, ma'am. Would you prefer for us to wait outside? No, it's alright. I want all of us to hear it together. Understood. This is the last will and testament of me, Rindo Sakaki. I hereby cancel all previous wills I have made and of every nature and kind whatsoever. All the rest, residue, and remainder of my estate, both real and personal, of whatsoever kind of character and wherever situated. Huh? Am I reading this correctly? What seems to be the problem, ma'am? I give, devise, and bequeath to my daughter Sakura Sakaki to be hers absolutely and forever. I sign my name to my last will and testament written on this one piece of paper, this 9th of December 2016, Rindo Sakaki. He left it all to me? What? This has got to be some sort of sick joke. You mean to tell me that the old man left his entire fortune to that stupid bumblebrain? That was rude. This must be some sort of mistake. Yeah, I don't think they would have been happy with any turnout. Dad would never leave his inheritance to Sakura. It's unthinkable. That will must be forged or something. No, Akane, I'm afraid you're wrong. This is your father's handwriting, I know it is. But at the same time, Sakura was known for spending a lot of time around, her mother and father, so it's possible she forged it, but at the same time, I don't know. Impossible. Me, the heir? But, no, because I feel like this would be way too easy, surprise twist, it was the one that you would least expect. I don't know, it just seems a bit fishy. If you prefer, Miss Sakura, you can always appoint someone else in lieu of yourself. Sakura, dear. Yes, mother? I know you were never interested in the family business and rarely, if ever, assisted with the matter. However, you have always gone above and beyond when it came to taking care of me and your father. If it could be that, maybe he was finally recognizing those efforts and expressing his gratitude. It is your father's decision, after all. You shouldn't feel ashamed, so hold your head up high, dear. He shall be the one to succeed as the family's heir. I understand, mother. Gosh, this guy needs to chill out. This is horse shit. Are you even hearing yourself, Mom? Yeah, come on, Mom. It's tradition for the firstborn son to take over as the heir of the family. Or have you forgotten? Okay. He needs to chill out, and also, that's a dumb tradition. He's right. Natsume is the oldest son, isn't he? So what the heck does that leave him? I will have silence from the both of you. You must respect that everything in your father's decision, he being sound of mind and judgment. Forgive me if I'm not convinced. Yes, it's true, Sakura was all too happy to help out the family in her own unique fashion, but it doesn't change the fact that she shirked her duties when it came to the business. She should not be the one to inherit all of that. Yeah, Tsubaki's right, it doesn't make any sense. Listen up, everyone. The fact that this will has come to light and is now legally binding cannot be changed, so please calm down. Hold up, aren't we all forgetting something strange the detective said earlier? Something about the old man not offing himself, but someone doing him in instead? I did indeed say that, yes. Sakura, okay? You did it, didn't you? You sneaky, greedy, not saying that. I couldn't. Everyone settle down. I want to hear what Detective Inaba has to say regarding all that has happened. Well, I will first say that this matter requires more investigation. Very well. Until the time comes when Detective Inaba arrives at the conclusion regarding the situation, we shall honor the will and have Sakura be the heir. Furthermore, I will not abide by any further slander or discussion involving the matter. Am I clear? Now then, Mr. Inaba, I give you free rein to investigate the case of my husband's murder. Please solve this mystery for me and my family. You have my word, ma'am. I've got a sick feeling in the pit of my stomach. That entire exchange did nothing but show the worst side of human beings. Their father is murdered and all they can do is squabble over who gets money. It's just the way people are. Very cruel and heartless, isn't it? Come on, everyone. This is no time to be dragging your feet. Listen, I'm going to head back to the station, so we can perform an official autopsy on the deceased. Please don't ruin the crime scene in my absence. I remember to always wear gloves whenever you touch evidence, okay? Yes, ma'am. We'll be careful. Oh, and Pumpkin, can I trust that you will do all you can to help Mr. Inaba out? I don't want you to come back and hear you chickened out at the last minute. Will do, dear. Lastly, Mr. Inaba, good luck. Wow, you are straight from CSI, aren't you? Shall we begin the investigation? I feel that we should first focus on gathering everyone's alibis, and after we're through with that, we should give Mr. Sakaki's room a once-over. All right. Well, that was an eventful and definitely fun episode, and I'm really, really, really enjoying this so far. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then please leave a like and subscribe to join the Chorus Rebellion. If you have any suggestions for games for me to play or ways to make my commentating more enjoyable, don't hesitate to leave a comment. That's about it. See ya!